Now what I've just done is, these are the tabs for the neck and the waist. And we've got one slightly longer than the other, as you can see. This one's for the neck and this one's for the waist. This is the doll apron. It's identical to the child's apron that I'm doing. And I wandle my the little corners out like that. Where the seam is, just roll it in your fingers back and forth, and it definitely flattens that more for you. Pop that under the machine in the middle, because this is for a doll. It doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be on the edge. And then just sew down the middle of the tab. When you get to the end, back stitch and forward, and it's done. That's it, that's all you need to do. Now I'm doing a front and back to the apron, so it's going to have a backing on basically, and so these will be hidden inside that apron. Pull any threads out. Now when you're putting them on, make sure that you've got the right ones. You don't want a short and a long one on the neck. This is so quick and so easy to do, and you can shape them yourself. You can have it square end at the bottom, and the bib section square, or you can have them rounded like I've done. Now I'm just going to make sure that I've got the right pair together. I think that one's that one. Yep, that's the top section, and that is definitely the waist. So that's that. Now it comes to doing the skirt and the top section. So what I've done is I've got the pocket ready. I'll sew that in a minute. So I'm going to do the top section first, and I'm backing it onto a plain cloth. That's all. So as long as my fabric is turned inside out, very hard to see on this one, you just need to sew around the top, from the waist to the top and to the back down to the other side of the waist. So we're just going to do that first. And don't forget, I have rounded mine off. What we do is we poke them in from the bottom. So I'm going up into the top section and bringing out those. Let me just see. No, wait a minute. I'm going to have to cut that a little bit more. It's too rounded for me. Yeah, that's better. Whoops, throw my tab away. Right, so just going to add my little tabs in here. And I'm just going to use a little pin to, I'll show you in a minute. So what I'm doing is I'm just pulling the tab in, and I want them near the end. So I'm going to do that and just pin that into place like that. Now I'm going to take the other one and do the exact same thing. And it's the loose end, the one that's not stitched, that you need to pin into that section there. So let's just get this right. Yeah, I think that'll do. Pin that into place. remove my pins so I don't knock them everywhere. Bring the machine back. And then what I'm going to do is to go start at the corner or from the side again. Always put your needle in first, and I'm going to bring that around slowly, take my pin out, and when I've gone over the strap I'm just going to double stitch that. Take that pin out. It's just to keep it in place. Yeah. There we go. And when I turn this the right way and just trim that off, you will see the tabs sticking out like that. See? And that's got the little tabs. So now all I've got to do is actually to make the pocket and put the pocket on before we do anything else. There we are. Got my little plain piece of material, and I'm just going to fold it over. Is to make a very small pocket. And then we're going to flip that over. Sew it all as one piece. Right, now what I'm going to do is to add a little strip on it, just to make it look. Where are we? Let me get a little piece of fabric. I need a piece of fabric from somewhere. Hang on, here we are. Just going to take a small piece of this for the pocket and just cut it. Because I'm going to add a little patch on the top of the pocket. See, that's my little pocket. So what I'm going to do is, just to do that, let me make sure I get this the right way around. Yeah. Put my pocket on like that. Pop that underneath. And sew this on. Oops. Like that. I'm just going to cut some of this off because we don't need that much. See, when I lift that flap up and fold that down, we've got a little pocket bit like that. And then we just tuck that in. And that one in as well, and then just sew that. Oops. I'm Just going to sew that. In like that. Let's turn that around, a couple of stitches. Turn that around, and we're just pinning this down. And that is sewn into place. And there you go, we've got a little pocket. So that's all you do for that. So now I'm going to attach it to the bib. But we need to make sure we've got this level. So what I'm going to do is this time is just to pin it in. Now with this, you just have to move your fingers like that on your fabric. We're going to go around the edge anyway, but I just want to make sure this is straight. So that's our little pocket on the top like that. We could put it on the skirt piece actually. Now I'm going to leave it on this one and just pin it into place. Yeah, we'll just pin that into place just to hold it. It's kind of levelish. Bring the machine back. And now I'm just going to stitch down the sides. There we go. And we just take that pin out, we don't need that now, it's just to hold it in place. Don't forget this is just for a doll, so I don't have to be perfect with it. But there's nothing wrong with it anyway, I'm just saying. There we go. So that's a little bib section with the pocket. And now I'm just going to do the skirt piece. And again, I've just laid it onto the back. I haven't even cut it the same size or shape. See? Make sure it is back to front. Yeah, that's it. And I'm just going to sew this. Make sure it fits. And just move carefully round the ends where I've curved it. You see? There you go, as quick as that. Now I'm just going to trim around the edges before I turn it. And I cut close to the sewing, but not, you know, about 1/2 centimetre. Like that, so we've got it nice and neat. Just going to level the top up. Right, so we've got that. Now, of course, we need to fit the top and the bottom together. So I'm just going to turn the bottom section inside out. Like that. And just wandle all the... I say wandle, just squish them back and forth. And it brings out all the seam properly. There's a little bit there that's out of place. It doesn't seem to have gone round properly. So I'm just going to redo that section. Yeah. I can see where it is. And I do it just for, because of the look of it really. You know, we can trim that section off so that it lays flatter. It's better, far better. Right, so now we've got the inside out. It doesn't fit. I do have to attach these two pieces, but that's fine. I'm going to do some darts in this. So I'm going to turn it back inside out and just do a couple of darts in the front and back of this fabric. So I'm going to use the back section. So we'll fold it in half. Just going to fold that in half like that. And then fold that section in half again. So if I do that, pinch that, and I know that's the centre, I'm just going to do a little dart. And by a dart, you start from an inch, well, a centimetre out, and you work down to nothing. And I'll show you that now. And that puts a little dart like that. See, gone from a centimetre down to nothing. So we can do that again by measuring that to that. Okay, do that again. There we go. Okay, so that will have brought the shape of the pinny, the bottom section of the pinny in. Let's just have a look. See, like that? And you could do a handbag like that as well, darting it. See? Now that's not too wide for the pinny section to go on. And what happens is we want that to sit on that. So what I'm going to do now is to turn in this section. Just turn it in and put a border on it. Okay? So I'm doing about a 1/2 inch seam. I'll turn over. That, when you come to the dart section, just fold them over. It'll be fine. But try and keep this seam at the top, the turnover, the same. You know, because you need to have it the same width I'm talking about. So like that, I've put the seam in the top. Yeah. And then this section just slots inside. So I'm going to go and come back when I've pinned it. Right, I've just pinned it together like that. Now I'm just going to stitch right across. And do be careful as your fabric gets layered and thicker. You need to make sure your needle will stand for it. Now that should have stitched front and back. It has. I'm fine with that. Yeah. Now all I'm going to do is to put the outside tabs on. Now I left them to go on this section here. See this section here? And we've just to go all the way around the whole thing, and then it's finished. So I'm going to try and get that done now. And I'm hoping you're watching what I'm doing. So I'm just going to put the other tab on. Swing it round again. And again, make sure that's stitched on. Like that. And we're done for that. Now all I've got to do is go around the whole section. So I'm going to go around the top here. Sorry, around the top here. And then around the base. Or around the base first. I'm not fussed. It really doesn't matter. I start at the base. Okay. Now, like I said, just twist the fabric to make sure it's flat. Okie dokie, that's one side done, or the top bottom section done. Now I'm just going to flatten the top section. And that's another apron all done. And I hope you've been able to see it. I will double check. Let me just see. I want to get all the little lines, the fibres out. Cottons. Yeah, that looks okay to me. I will take a picture of it for you. They are so cute and so easy to do. You can do them for a child or a doll. Okay, that's it. I'm going to share that with you now. Look, with a child or a doll. Thanks for watching. Take care and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye for now.